Stop waiting for things to happen to you. You're about to learn how to make them happen. Not through action, not through effort, not through luck or coincidence or divine intervention. Through energy manipulation, through conscious control, the invisible force that creates everything you experience. Because here's what nobody's taught you. You're not a passive observer of reality. You're an energy manipulator. Every thought, every emotion, every intention, every state you hold is manipulating energy in the quantum field. And that manipulation creates events in your life. The problem? You've been manipulating energy unconsciously, randomly, haphazardly, creating chaotic events, unwanted circumstances, and repeated patterns you can't escape. But what if you learn to manipulate energy consciously, deliberately, precisely, to create specific quantum events exactly when you want them? That's not magic. That's mechanics. That's understanding how energy actually works and using that understanding to create instead of just react. By the end of this video, you will have a complete guide to energy manipulation. You will understand what energy actually is, how it creates quantum events, the exact mechanics of manipulation, and the step-by-step process to create specific events in your life starting today. But I need to warn you, this isn't manifestation fluff. This isn't send out good vibes and hope for the best. This is technical. This is mechanical. This is understanding the physics of how energy creates reality and using that physics intentionally. You're about to learn something most people will never understand. That you're not at the mercy of circumstances. You're the manipulator of the energy that creates circumstances. And once you know how to manipulate energy, once you understand the mechanics, you can create quantum events, sudden shifts, breakthrough moments, synchronistic occurrences, at will, not by hoping, by doing, by consciously directing the energy that shapes your reality. Are you ready? Because this is Quantum Pathway, and we're about to turn you into an energy master. Someone who doesn't wait for quantum events. Someone who creates them. Let's begin. Before you can manipulate energy, you need to understand what energy actually is. Not the vague spiritual definition. The real, quantum mechanical definition. In physics, energy is the potential for change. It's the invisible force that makes things happen. That creates movement. That generates events. Everything in the universe is energy. Your body? Energy vibrating at a specific frequency that appears solid. Your thoughts? Energy patterns in your electromagnetic field. Your emotions? Energy in motion, emotion. Your circumstances? Collapse energy formations that you're experiencing as reality. Everything is energy, at different densities, different frequencies, different configurations, but all energy. And here's a quantum truth that changes everything. Energy responds to consciousness. Your awareness, your intention, your focus, these direct energy. They tell energy where to go, how to configure, what to create. Nikola Tesla understood this. He said, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. He knew that consciousness manipulates energy through frequency. Your emotional state, your thoughts, your beliefs, these are all frequencies. And frequencies direct energy to organize into matching patterns. Fear frequency, energy organizes into fearful circumstances. Love frequency, energy organizes into loving circumstances. Abundance frequency, energy organizes into abundant circumstances. You're already manipulating energy every single moment. The question is, are you doing it consciously or unconsciously? Most people manipulate energy unconsciously. They emit scattered frequencies based on reactive emotions and programmed thoughts. And they get scattered, chaotic results. Random events, inconsistent circumstances, unpredictable reality. But when you learn to manipulate energy consciously, when you deliberately emit specific frequencies with focus and intention, you create specific events. Desired outcomes, quantum shifts. Now let me explain what a quantum event actually is, because this term gets thrown around without clarity. A quantum event is a discontinuous change, a sudden shift from one state to another with no gradual transition in between, not slow improvement. Instant transformation. One moment you're in one reality, the next moment you're in a completely different reality. That's a quantum event. Getting an unexpected call with a perfect opportunity. Meeting the right person at the exact right time. Having a sudden insight that changes everything. Receiving money from an unexpected source. Experiencing instant healing. These are quantum events. And they don't happen by accident. They happen because energy was manipulated, either consciously or unconsciously, into a configuration that created that specific event. And here's the key. If energy can be manipulated unconsciously to create random events, it can be manipulated consciously to create desired events. You just need to understand the mechanics, the how, the actual process of energy manipulation, and that's exactly what I'm about to show you. Now let me show you the exact mechanics of how energy creates quantum events. This is the technical part. Pay attention. Mechanic 1. Coherence. Energy responds to coherence. Coherence is when all parts of your energetic system are aligned and broadcasting the same frequency. Your thoughts, emotions, beliefs, intentions, and expectations all vibrating in harmony. No internal contradiction. No mixed signals. Complete alignment. When you achieve coherence, energy responds powerfully. It organizes quickly and precisely around your coherent signal, and quantum events occur. But when you're incoherent, wanting one thing while believing another, hoping while doubting, desiring while fearing, energy gets confused. It receives mixed signals and creates mixed results, or no results. Coherence is the first requirement for energy manipulation. Mechanic 2. Focus. Energy flows where attention goes. This isn't metaphor. This is mechanics. Your attention is a beam of consciousness that directs energy. Whatever you focus on, you're directing energy toward. You're telling energy, organize here, create this. Scattered attention creates scattered energy. Focused attention creates concentrated energy. And concentrated energy creates powerful events. This is why people who obsess over what they don't want keep experiencing more of it. They are focusing attention on the unwanted thing, directing energy to create more of it. And why people who maintain focused attention on desired outcomes experience those outcomes manifesting. They are consciously directing energy toward creation. Focus is the second requirement for energy manipulation. Mechanic 3. Emotional charge. Energy responds to emotional intensity. Emotion is literally energy in motion. It's the fuel that gives your intention power. A thought without emotion carries weak energy. A thought with intense emotion carries massive energy. This is why people manifest their greatest fears. Not because they want them, but because fear carries intense emotional charge. It gives energy power to create. And why lukewarm desires don't manifest. No emotional charge. Weak energy. No creation. You need emotional intensity to charge your intention with enough energy to create a quantum event. But it needs to be the right emotion. Aligned with your desire, not contradicting it. Emotional charge is a third requirement for energy manipulation. Mechanic 4. Expectation. Energy collapses into expected outcomes. Not hopeful outcomes. Not wishful outcomes. Expected outcomes. Your expectation is your subconscious belief about what's actually going to happen. And the subconscious directs 95% of your energy. So you can consciously desire abundance while subconsciously expecting scarcity. And energy will collapse into scarcity because that's the dominant signal. This is why people say, I'm manifesting but nothing's happening. They are consciously trying to manipulate energy toward one outcome while subconsciously expecting the opposite. And expectation always wins. Expectation is a fourth requirement for energy manipulation. Mechanic 5. Frequency matching. Energy creates events that match your frequency. Not your words. Not your desires. Your actual frequency. Your frequency is the electromagnetic signature you're emitting through your state of being. And that signature attracts matching energetic configurations. You vibrate at fear? You attract fear-matching events. You vibrate at love? You attract love-matching events. You vibrate at abundance? You attract abundance-matching events. Perfect matching. Perfect correspondence. Always. So energy manipulation isn't about sending energy out to get something. It's about becoming the frequency that matches what you want. And letting matching energy flow to you. Frequency matching is the fifth requirement for energy manipulation. These 5 mechanics, coherence, focus, emotional charge, expectation, and frequency matching, are how energy creates quantum events. And when you understand these mechanics, when you can execute them deliberately, you can create quantum events on demand. not by hoping, by engineering. Now let me give you the complete process for consciously manipulating energy to create specific quantum events. Follow this exactly. Step 1. Define the quantum event. Get specific about what event you want to create. Not vague, precise. Not, I want money. That's not an event. I received $5,000 from an unexpected source by date is an event. Not, I want love. That's not an event. I meet someone who sees me, values me, and wants to build with me is an event. Not, I want a breakthrough. That's not an event. I have a sudden insight that solves specific problem is an event. Define it. Make it concrete, specific, measurable. Step 2. Access the frequency of having. Now you need to access the frequency of someone who already experienced that event. Close your eyes. Imagine the event already happened. Feel it. How does your body feel? How do you breathe? What's the sensation in your chest? Your belly? Your shoulders? This is the frequency of having that event. Anchor it. Memorize it. Know that feeling. Step 3. Achieve coherence. Now check for coherence. Are all parts of your system aligned with this frequency? Your thoughts? Are they supporting or contradicting? Your beliefs? Do they say this is possible or this won't work? Your emotions? Are they excited or doubtful? Your expectations? Do you actually believe this will happen? Find the contradictions, the incoherence, the places where part of you doubts, fears, or resists, and resolve them, not by forcing, by choosing. I choose to believe this is possible. I choose to expect this. I choose to align all of me with this frequency. Create coherence, complete alignment, no mixed signals. Step 4. Focus your attention. Now direct your attention to the quantum event, not just thinking about it. Focus attention. Imagine a laser beam of consciousness pointing at the specific event. All your awareness concentrated on this. Nothing else. Just this. Hold that focus for at least 3 to 5 minutes. Uninterrupted, undistracted. Complete focus directing energy toward the specific creation. Step 5. Charge it with emotion. Now infuse the event with emotional charge. Feel the joy of it happening, the relief, the gratitude, the excitement, the satisfaction. Not fake emotion. Real emotion access from imagining it's already done. Feel it in your body. Let it move through you. Let it charge the energetic pattern you're creating. The more intense the emotion, the more power you're giving the energy to create this event. Step 6. Anchor the expectation. Now you're going to anchor the expectation that this event will happen. Not hope, not wish, expectation. The same certainty you have that the sun will rise tomorrow. Feel that knowing in your body. This is happening. This event is coming. I expect this. Lock it in. Anchor it. Make it subconscious. Because subconscious expectation is what actually directs the energy. Step 7. Release and allow. Finally, you release. You let go of the need to control how or when it happens. You trust that the energy you manipulated is now organizing into the event. This is crucial. If you manipulate energy and then immediately start controlling, checking, worrying, you disrupt the energy. You create incoherence. You block the event. You have to trust that energy follows the laws. You directed it. You charged it. You focus it. Now you allow it to do its work. Release. Trust. Allow. Step 8. Stay in the frequency. Finally, maintain the frequency. Don't just access it during the process and then drop back into your old frequency. Don't live in the frequency of someone who already experienced that event. Make choices from that frequency. Think from that frequency. Feel from that frequency. Until the event manifests. Until energy completes its organization and collapses into the physical event you created. This is a complete process. 8 steps. Technical, mechanical, powerful. Follow this exactly and you'll create quantum events. Not maybe, definitely, because you're working with the mechanics, and mechanics are reliable. Now let me show you the common mistakes people make when trying to manipulate energy, so you can avoid them. Mistake 1. Incoherence. They want the event consciously but doubt it subconsciously. Mixed signals. Energy gets confused. Event doesn't manifest. Solution: achieve complete coherence before attempting manipulation. All parts aligned. Mistake 2. Scattered focus. They try to create 10 different events simultaneously. Energy scatters. Nothing gets enough focus power to manifest. Solution: one event at a time. Complete focus. Create it, then move to the next. Mistake 3. Weak emotional charge. They go through the process mechanically without feeling. No emotional charge. Weak energy. No creation. Solution: don't just think about the event. Feel it. Let emotion move through your body. Charge the energy. Mistake 4. Contradictory expectation. They manipulate energy toward one outcome while expecting the opposite. And expectation wins. Every time. Solution: check your actual expectation. Not what you hope, what you actually believe will happen. And shift that. Mistake 5. Immediate checking. They manipulate energy and then immediately start checking. Is it here yet? Why hasn't it happened? Did I do it wrong? That checking disrupts the energy, creates doubt, blocks the event. Solution: release after manipulation. Trust the process. Don't check. Just maintain the frequency and allow. Mistake 6. Dropping the frequency. They access the frequency during the process, then immediately drop back into their old frequency, and wonder why nothing changes. Solution: maintain the frequency. Live in it. Be it. Until the event manifests. Mistake 7. Trying to control the how. They manipulate energy for a specific event, then try to control exactly how it happens, and block alternative pathways. Energy is creative. It finds the path of least resistance. If you try to control the how, you block most pathways. Solution: define the event, not the path. Let energy find the way. These are the mistakes. Avoid them, and your energy manipulation becomes clean, powerful, effective, and quantum events start occurring consistently, not randomly, consistently, because you're creating them through conscious energy manipulation. If you're ready to stop being a passive observer and start being an energy manipulator, this is your moment. Subscribe to Quantum Pathway. This is where we teach mechanics, not hope, not theory, actual energy manipulation that creates quantum events. And in the comments, I want you to commit to an experiment. Write 2 things. 1. The quantum event you're creating. Be specific. What event? By when? 2. Your commitment to the process. Which step you'll focus on most. Example. Event. Receive $3,000 by March 1st commitment. Maintaining frequency daily. This isn't casual. This is your energy experiment. You're committing to consciously manipulating energy to create a specific event and documenting the result. Write both. Make it specific. Lock it in. And then for the next 30 days, execute the 8-step process. Daily. Precisely. Consciously. And come back to this comment section when the event manifests. Because it will if you follow the mechanics. And report exactly what happened. Because your success will prove to others that this is real. That energy manipulation works. That quantum events can be created, not just hoped for. Write it now. Define your event. Commit to the process. Start manipulating energy. Start creating quantum events. Do it now. Let me tell you what happens when you truly master energy manipulation. When you can consistently create quantum events through conscious direction of energy. You stop waiting. You stop waiting for opportunities, for breakthroughs, for changes, for luck, because you can create those events on demand through energy manipulation. Waiting becomes unnecessary when you're the creator. You stop fearing. You stop fearing scarcity, rejection, failure, because even if those things happen, you can manipulate energy to create new events, new opportunities, new outcomes. Fear loses its power when you're the manipulator. You become responsible. You become able to respond to any situation by creating quantum events. Problem appears? Create the event of a solution. Challenge arises? Create the event of a breakthrough. You're no longer at the mercy of circumstances. You're the creator of circumstances through energy manipulation. You access supernatural timing. Synchronicities multiply. Perfect timing becomes normal. Right people appear at right times. Resources show up exactly when needed, not by chance. because you're manipulating energy to create these synchronistic events. You live in flow. Life becomes effortless, not because circumstances are always easy, but because you can manipulate energy to create events that move you forward. Always, flow is a natural state of an energy master. This is what's possible. This is what awaits you when you master the mechanics of energy manipulation. So here we are. You now have a complete guide to energy manipulation, the foundation, the mechanics, the process, the mistakes to avoid, everything you need to consciously create quantum events in your life. Not through luck, not through hoping, through deliberate energy manipulation. You understand that energy responds to coherence, focus, emotional charge, expectation, and frequency matching. You know the 8-step process to direct energy towards specific events. You know the common mistakes that block creation. So the only question is, will you use this knowledge? Will you become a conscious energy manipulator? Will you create quantum events instead of waiting for them? Or will you go back to being a passive observer, hoping things work out, waiting for circumstances to change? Because the power is yours. The mechanics are clear. The process is proven. You're not at the mercy of random events. You're the manipulator of the energy that creates events. This is Quantum Pathway, where we teach you to master energy, to create quantum events, to engineer your reality instead of just experiencing it. Energy is everywhere, responsive, creative, yours to direct. So stop waiting for quantum events to happen to you. Start manipulating energy to create them through you. You have a complete guide. You understand the mechanics. You know the process. Now go create. Manipulate energy. Engineer quantum events. And watch your reality transform from random to designed, from chaotic to intentional, from happening to created BYU. You are the energy manipulator. You are the quantum event creator. You are the master. Now prove it. Create your first quantum event. Today, welcome to Energy Mastery. Welcome to quantum creation. Welcome to power.